Alright, hello everybody, Zaxtor99 back here with another First Impressions review, a first play on launch day. This is yet another Vampire Survivors-like game. It's called Sea of Survivors. Now, when you look at the trailer here, guys, you look at the artwork here, I really love the art style here. Now, I have had a chance to get familiar with the game, and I gotta say, when I first saw this, I was like, damn, this looks really, really cool. This looks like a very unique Vampire Survivors game. It's brought to us by Nah Yeah Games, and I actually like the game so much, guys. It's their only title, their first title on Steam. But I like it so much that I've already followed this developer because I want to know when they're coming out with yet another game or, whatever they come out with. I definitely want to know. So, guys, this is a Vampire Survivors-like game. Comes in at a price tag of only $5 US. It's 10% off its first week. Guys, I want to go ahead and explain to you why this is already a Zaxtors any gold in my book and show you what is so unique and special about Sea of Survivors. And we're going to do that right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. So this is Sea of Survivors. This is what you get when you launch the game. You have links to their Discord, to their Steam page, to the options. You have several different languages to choose from here. And of course I'm going to go with English. That's what I'm best at. That's the only language I really know. Screen shake and center camera on ship is on by default. I don't know why you wouldn't want your camera centered on your ship. I did adjust the volume just a little bit. But I do really like the music. But these start at like halfway by default, so I do love that the developer didn't have these all maxed out, as we see with so many indie games. Control type, tank, or you can go by camera, but I kind of like just the tank here, that's the default. And then mouse enabled is default, and snap mouse on embark is on by default. So you have full screen, windowed, and borderless options. I chose full screen. And then the highest resolution you can choose from is 1920 by 1080. You can choose how many FPS you want, but they go all the way down to like old school resolutions of like 640 by 480. Whatever's going to work best for you. And again, I chose the default or the best resolution of 1920 by 1080 with 144 FPS. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. So when you launch the game, this is exactly what you get. This is kind of your harbor, if you would, and all this right here, guys, is all selectable, but it's all right down here as well. Obviously, this is the exit, but for example, your storage right here, your stash, is also right here. So same kind of thing. And then right here, your bulletin board is also right here. So this is all just like a quick access to everything you see up here. And same thing here, your shipwright. So let's go ahead and go over these one by one. Your stash basically is showing you all the different upgrades that you've collected in the game. And these aren't upgrades that I have on my ship right now. It just means you've collected this particular upgrade and kind of gives you the details about it. So we see there's a lot of upgrades I haven't even collected here. And obviously I want to 100% this and get all these. So this is a nice place to go to see, how many more upgrades that you haven't even seen. And you can kind of divide those up into either treasures or weapons or whatever. So then we come over here to the bulletin board. This is kind of your achievement access here. It gives you certain quests or achievements, whatever you want to look at it, however you want to look at it. And right now you see like the first one I had was sink a merchant ship. As soon as I did that, it crossed it out and opened up some more achievements for me. So now we see reach over 100% crit chance during a voyage. Okay, that sounds fun. We are pirates, start a voyage with 3 crewmates. Rough seas ahead, start a voyage without a lifeguard. And those are your different missions. And then you also have the Grand Deep. As you play more and more, you're going to open up more difficult challenges. And that's all that is. In the tavern is where you're going to hire more crew members to help, sail your ship. And you start off with this basic guy here. I don't know if the guy on your game will be named Samuel Yellowtooth or if that's just a random name chose just for me. But if you fire him right at the start, you can. There's nobody else to choose from right now because I haven't advanced that far, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to go ahead and rehire him. He doesn't cost anything. So hell yeah, we're going to take him for free. Now, you can also see if there's anybody lost at sea that you could pick up, but or go back to your tavern. But this is the only guy I can choose from. I have 223 gold, if you would. And then right here is your shipwright. This is where you can buy permanent upgrades to your ship. So whereas the items that you pick up and the choices that come up during a game, those don't stick with you after the game's over, but the shipwright upgrades definitely do stick with you every game. So this is all important stuff because right now you can see I bought some fortitude. I did a couple upgrades on that, so I have more health than like somebody starting out that hasn't ever played before. I have more armor. I have a higher turning speed. I have a higher movement speed by default, and stuff like that. Now you can always, I like this, you can always refund everything or refund all and get all your money back and change everything up and see if it works out better for you. So I definitely like that. And then the last option is to click on your ship, guys. Choose what weapon you want to go ahead and start out with. We're going to go ahead and start out with the default cannon. And then down here, you can pick up some basically, like if you ever played like Project Zomboid or some other games where you can take like disabilities, if you would, or negatives, you can pick up a couple of negatives here, and the health pickups no longer drop, and enemies move faster. So if you did that, if you pick up either of these or both of them, you're going to get more money for picking those up. It doesn't say exactly how much more money you get, but you will collect more money, or the game will give you more money for taking those disadvantages, if you would. We're not going to do that this first game. We're just going to go ahead and get going. So when we set sail, guys, here, we see that our goal is to last 20 minutes, which is not easy, especially when you start out and you don't even have any upgrades or anything like that. So the first thing that's going to happen here is it's going to give you a chest to open up to go ahead and start getting some, special abilities or special advantages, perks, if you would. And we see here that my damage is 80 at 88. I think it's 80 by default, but because I bought some permanent upgrades, I started off with 88 damage per shot. I have a basically double chance, or 200% damage on a crit. So if I do get a crit, I will do basically double damage, if you would. The speed on your weapon is 60. This is the speed on this particular cannon. If I had other weapons, those would be described here and show the different specs for each of those weapons. Right now, we're only starting with the one weapon in the corner. And then this is bounce, so your bullets can bounce off an enemy ship and hit another ship. So bounce is good to have. Cooldown, critical, all their stats are given right here. And so as you make these upgrades and stuff like that on your weapons that are connected to your weapons, you'll see these stats change, and I'll show you that. So this is your ship stats right here. We see that I have 700 health. I have an armor of 10, and right now I have a speed of 44. Again, I think that starts at like 40, but I've done a couple of speed upgrades, so that's why it's 44. And then my turning speed is 2. So we could skip this and we could get 50% more experience if I didn't open this chest, but we're going to go ahead and open the chest. And I do like that you have that option though. So we open our chest, we're going to get 3 random perks. The first one is resilience. It increases our armor. And let's say we wanted to see exactly how much armor we got. We could go ahead and pick this up. Now you can put this armor anywhere, but let's say I drop it right here. If I drop it right there, I don't have any more armor on my ship. It's still pinned. And the reason is because it's not connected. So what you want to do is you actually want to have this connected to one of your weapons for it to actually take effect. So we're going to go ahead, and if we can put it right here and connect it right there, you'll see that my armor, I get a +5 bonus to my armor right there. If you don't want it, go ahead and take it off. Now once you go ahead and start the game, you cannot change the positioning or where these items are. So it's really important that you position these in the right way, because where you put them does matter. So if I hover my mouse cursor over resilience, for example, we see that it has cluster, which means that it grows stronger for every linked treasure. And also it's linked directly by touching another treasure. Armor blocks all hits lower than 50% armor. Armor blocks half the hits equal to armor. And armor doesn't block non-physical hits. So basically the important things here that we want to pay attention to for where we place it is the first two. So we want to see that the cluster means it's going to go stronger for every linked treasure, and then it's going to directly touch another treasure if it's linked. So it's important that we have this item linked. This is why if we put it up here, we don't get that bonus to our armor. But if we put it down here, we do get that bonus as long as it's linked to one of our weapons, right? So what we might want to do is go ahead and take this off, though, because we do see it grow stronger for every linked treasure. We might want to put it somewhere like right here so that everything that we end up putting around here will make our armor grow even stronger. Let's go ahead and do that and put it right there. But the problem is now we're not linked, we're not getting an advantage. Wow, so I don't want to do that. But that, like, let's say we was playing the game a little bit, we got these three options, armor might want to go like right there after we have something in here. Finesse doesn't really grow stronger for every linked treasure as well in the cluster and link directly to another treasure. And again, if we put in this movement speed increase and we put it up here, notice we don't get any movement speed increase. We want to go ahead and have this thing linked to our primary weapon. We're going to go ahead and put it right here. We're going to get that movement speed increase, and that'll actually make it 45. I do like that they show you your base stats, and they show you stats that are, you know, how much add-on you're getting by all this stuff in a separate number. So I really think that's well done. We're going to go ahead and take that movement speed, because I think movement speed is crucial in this game. So let's go ahead and embark. Now you can control your ship one of three ways: with the mouse and keyboard. With a keyboard, with a mouse, either the keyboard or the mouse, or a controller. So I'm just using a mouse to kind of make my ship go wherever my cursor is. And you may prefer to use a controller or like the A and D keys on the keyboard. It really depends on, you know, your preference. I find a mouse is just really easy. I don't have to hit any keys for anything. I do everything with my mouse, and it works great for me. So what you're trying to do when you start out, guys, is remember you cannot stop. So you want to try to maneuver your ship around so that you're taking out these baddies, all these other ships coming at you. You don't want to hit anything. You don't want to hit any islands. You don't want to hit a whale if you see a ship. You don't want to hit anything, or it'll do damage to your health bar up here. Try to acquire as much gold as you can so that you have money to pay any crew members you might have, or buy upgrades for your ship. You know, like the permanent upgrades I showed you at the shipwright at the harbor. That's what happens if you crash. We took a little bit of damage. We did kill one of those ships, and that's why it dropped a coin. So obviously we want to try to pick up that money, but we don't want to get crazy trying to pick up the money either. And you start off kind of frail and weak, but if you play this game for a while, you're going to pick up enough stuff to where you are basically really strong. I really like this game and the way it's designed. I like the maneuvering. Every turn in this game, especially as things get more and more difficult, every turn can become critical. Every shot can become critical. Everything you do can definitely become, you know, a life or death decision. And that really makes some really tight clutch moments that will definitely have you squeezing those butt cheeks as you play. It can get quite intense and quite exciting. So I see 2 coins over here, but I have different kinds of ships coming in. As you see, they're bigger, they're faster. Take a look, guys, at the level of detail in this game, though. It looks like simplistic graphics if you're just kind of casually looking at it. But if you pay close attention, look at these sails on my ship flapping in the wind. Look at the water trail marks that my boat is leaving as I trail the water. Same thing for all the enemies behind me. They're leaving all their trail marks. Look at the shots that I'm firing and how they go and splash in the water. And you see several drops of water splash up, and you also see ripples spread out in the water. Just crazy attention to detail, even though it's simplistic graphics. This is the kind of stuff that can make a game great. So this right here is our first boss ship. We're going to go ahead and try to take him out. We're seeing exactly how much damage we're doing to him, and see that arrow above him. That's just kind of saying that, hey, this is important if you want to be able to get some cool upgrades. That's kind of what those arrows mean. Hey, the arrows mean go here or go this way if you want to get some pretty sweet stuff, if you will. Love the music. The music is a perfect blend and harmony for this game. I feel like it just fits the place, the kind of play that this game is and offers really well. And this right here, guys, is why movement speed is crucial, because if I didn't have that extra movement speed, I probably would have taken a hit right there. So again, you just gotta try to, you know, move back and forth and finagle your way into taking out some of these ships so you can pick up some gold until you start getting some better weapons and stuff like that. Okay, so we collected enough to get our first chest. We're gonna go ahead and open that up. And here we have a choice between Bloodlust, increases critical hit damage. As we can see, we have the damage is 200%, so that'll increase that 200% probably to 210%, something like that. And again, you see it's important to try to have that all connected to as many things as you can, because having that tethered, cluster, and chained and stuff like that just makes it stronger, as well as everything else that's connected to it. Wrath, same kind of thing. We have the tethered, clustered, chained, and linked directly touching another treasure. And then we also have coins. They're going to give us 100 coins at the end of the run if we select that. Don't really care about that unless it's like something amazing like 2,000 coins. I usually avoid those extra coins. We're going to go ahead and take Wrath here, guys, and increase our damage. Now watch right here, we have damage of 88. When we pick this up, let's go ahead and connect it right here and drop it in. Now we are connected to our weapon by means of connecting through here through the finesse and then to our weapon. And you see, because of that right now, we have a +4. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to go ahead and continue our journey. We picked up another, we get another chest here. So here, increase our armor and our movement speed or our projectile amount. Let's go ahead and take this movement speed here. Notice how we have our movement speed right now is 46. Well, let's go ahead and take another movement speed here, and let's connect this baby right in here. And by doing that, we see that we get an additional 3. Not only that, look at our damage also gets plus, instead of +2, it's now +4. So the more things you have connected, all these things that have all the things showing on the right, the tethered, cluster, chain, and all that, the more they're going to basically empower each other. So the things that have a lot of the tethered, cluster, and chained to the right of the Wrath description, those are important to try to have out here in the middle and have a lot of things connected to it. And because it just basically, they feed off each other, I guess, if you would. And we picked up another one here. So we're going to go ahead and precision, increase chance of critical hit, increase projectile speed and range, or increase turning speed. I think we're going to go ahead and take this ballistics, and we're going to go ahead and feed this right in here with all our other stuff. Now we see that our speed has went up again, 49 now, and the speed of our speed of our weapon has improved as well. And then our range also should be increased as well. Spread 40, damage, crit chance, yeah. So I think that said range, right? Speed and range. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and embark here. And we get another one. I like all these pickups that we're getting. Movement speed. Let's get some more damage going. Resilience is really... We have armor of a 10. Let's take the armor this time, and let's put that right here. And we see that we're getting a +10 armor, so now we got 20 armor. We basically doubled our armor with our resilience, so I think that was a pretty good choice. Close calls here on getting hit, but we are doing a lot more damage now, as you can see. So the better you do, the better you're going to, the more of these like pickups and stuff like that you're going to get. And increase projectile speed, increase turning speed. Let's take this fatality here, and let's throw it right in here. And look at our damage now. Our damage is up to 104 now. It was started off at like 88. Oh god. Oh, that was so close. I almost got hit and lost some health. Look at all this gold and stuff like that from the ships we destroyed before. We're going to pick this stuff up. We got 45 coins now. Yeah, this game is just so much fun. It's so addicting. It's just so good. I'm really surprised this developer is launching this game at a $5 price tag, guys. I mean, at this point, I think I would pay $15 for this game. It's that good. Obviously, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, especially with games. One man's treasure, you know, is something that somebody else may not be interested in. But if you like Vampire Survivor games, I just feel like this is a must-buy for you. So look at these guys behind me. There's like swimmers. They're swimming after me. They're pissed at me. They're like, I'm gonna get on your fucking boat and fuck you up, bruh. We have whales coming in. We're gonna try to sneak right in between these guys here. I don't want no part of their action. Whales freaking do a lot of damage if you hit them, so you gotta be really careful with them. And this is where I'm talking about the movement speed is so crucial. Alright. We've got some more stuff here. Increased chance to criticals hit. Fire rate? Let's do the fire rate. Let's go ahead and connect that baby right in here. And all this stuff, see how it's all chained together? It's all connected to our cannon here. I'm probably not laying everything out perfectly in that web, but I do think I am getting some bonuses the way I do have everything laid out. I'm not really spending the time or the mind power it would require to probably make it the best it could possibly be. But it is important, or it can be important, you know, how you lay those things out. So we see an arrow there. Oh god, that was close. We see a couple of different arrows telling us. So one is the boss shift that's all mixed up in all the smaller shifts. That's what one of the arrows is pointing at. Oh, that's so close. We also have an arrow over here pointing up. You always want to kind of go towards these arrows if you can. Here I'm going to try to go ahead and bust through. I took a hit. I have taken a lot of damage. We definitely want to try to pick up a health pickup at some point. You'll see health pickups. Immediate health pickups will be like a heart. So much stuff coming here. Yeah, I'm almost dead. And this is one of those games that we're definitely playing more. You know, I'm doing way better now than I did the first time. So this arrow was pointing towards this island, and this is kind of what I wanted to show you. So as long as you circle this island, you're basically raiding it, and you'll see that bar at the bottom. You want that to go down, and once that goes all the way down, you've successfully raided this island. You just basically got to keep shooting it. You will have to watch your ass, though, especially if you're on the brink of dying like I am now. See that big boat going around the top there? It is laying down explosive barrels, so you got to be careful of those as well. They are definitely trying to kill me there, and that barrel just blew up and got me. So he was successful in sinking my ship, and my run has not begun, even though that rhymes. My run is now over, and there goes my fun, right? So we picked up 67 coins. Shows you how many kills, shows you basically your stats on, you know, how many kills and how many coins you picked up, all that good stuff. And then the next thing to do is just go ahead and go back to your hideout and maybe try to do an upgrade to your ship if you want to. Let's see, I don't know how much stuff I can afford right now. Not really anything. I only have 290. So at this point, I'll probably go ahead and play again. Guys, this game is super, super fun. It gets really, really intense. The more you play this game, the longer you're going to last, and the more OP you're going to make your little ship here. Pretty soon you're going to be running around, or if you get lucky and you get the right drops and stuff like that, pretty soon you're going to have like freaking 4 different weapons on your ship, spraying out all kinds of attacks. You could be throwing off like explosive barrels off the back of it, harpoons going. You're going to see all kinds of enemy ships just dying almost immediately anytime they get close to you because you have so many weapons going off. And the game gets really dramatic, really fun. Or not really fun. It's already fun even from the start, but it's just going to get really, really intense, I guess is the best word. This is, in my opinion, this is a better game than Vampire Survivors. Obviously, they're a little bit different, but I really, really like this game because so many Vampire Survivor games out there have tried to copy the Vampire Survivors game almost to a T, and maybe they change up the looks and the characters and change up a few things, but they're almost trying to clone it too closely. Whereas I feel like this game with Seaside or Sea Survivors here, I feel like this game, the developer really went on his own unique path and said, hey, let's do this out at sea and make you have a boat and have pirate ships that come after you and have you upgrade your ship. And I feel like he put enough of his own creativity into this game, and then he sat there and polished this game. Basically, he just polished the hell out of it, and it is a beautiful game right now. And I would be crazy to not be giving this game a Zaxtors Indie Gold. Oops. We're going to go ahead and go out here. We're going to go ahead and quit. And here's the game. Here's the game on Steam right here, guys. Right now, 21 reviews. My review, which I've already left, was the second review on the Steam page earlier today. After I played it like an hour, I reviewed it and was like, I was in love with it already. Now I have almost 3 hours in the game, and this game is a gem, and it's just going to get more and more fun to play the more you play it. So I highly recommend this. Like I said, guys, I would pay $15 in a heartbeat for this game now that I've experienced it and seen how good it is and how much fun it is. This game's only in early access as well, so it's probably only going to get better over the next 6 months or so while the developer adds more and more content to it. He plans to take this core, add more content, weapons, treasures, different biomes, crew skills, and stuff like that. Yeah, there's different biomes right now as well, so once you finish one map out at sea there, you can move to a completely different biome and make it even more intense. But if we look at this, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is where a streamer that's played this game quite a bit was playing this game, and you can see that look at his so this is what I'm talking about, your ship being overpowered. Look at all these weapons and guns getting fired off, and he's just taking out enemies left and right. But he's fighting like 2 or 3 bosses at a time here, and he's just accumulating just tons of gold, thousands of gold right here already. Fighting a boss, taking him out a lot easier than I did because, like I said, he's fucking overpowered at this point. But yeah, this game is just so much fun. It's going to have moments where you're definitely clenching your butt cheeks as you're, just about to take that last hit or whatever. But yeah, it's an amazing game for sure. So be sure, guys, and this is a Zaxtors Indie Gold for sure, 100%. I'd be crazy not to give it a Zaxtors Indie Gold, as I said earlier. It definitely belongs up there, and I really am happy with that because, guys, it's been almost 5 full months since I've had a Zaxtors Indie Gold. That's how rare they are this year. I think I only have 6 or 7 of them this whole year. So when I find a game that's special, I definitely give it the recognition and the credit that it deserves. And I think this game definitely deserves my Zaxtors Indie Gold award. So be sure to comment down below, guys. Let me know if this video has inspired you to go out and purchase Sea of Survivors. I would love to know. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy this video, even if you don't go buy the game. I would certainly appreciate that as well. And if you're not yet subscribed to me on YouTube, what the hell are you waiting for, right? I hope you guys all have a great day or night, whatever time it is in your part of the world. This has been Zaxtor99 with yet another amazing little gem that you can get for under $5 right here on Steam. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.